had a chance to hang around Terence. I don't want to be biased. I don't want to sound like I'm hating or I'm mad at anyone. So when I say certain things, I'm not taking shots at no fighters. I'm just saying, speaking from the heart.
Terence Crawford against Floyd Mayweather at 47.
Floyd Mayweather's a GOAT. Oh, absolutely. But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass.
Boxing is wild. Just when the punches stop, the drama keeps going. Crawford beats Canelo, and instead of celebrating, he's throwing shade at Floyd, calling him a runner.
Like you could knock out Mayweather, what would be the outcome of that?
Man, listen, man. That's the GOAT. He one of the GOATs, man. Like, I have nothing but the utmost respect for Mayweather. You know, I would never compare myself to Mayweather.
A runner forget track and field. Floyd might need a Usain Bolt endorsement at this point. And you know Floyd, whenever someone steps into the spotlight, he's quick to remind everyone, don't forget about me, like that uncle at a wedding who won't stop bragging about being the best dancer years ago.
You could take a guy like Canelo, this guy could do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude was not.
Floyd's undefeated record commands respect, no doubt. But honestly, if Bud's timing and switch hitting reach that shoulder roll, it stops being a defense and turns into a weakness. We both know Crawford doesn't just fight, he figures you out like a puzzle no one else can solve. And the best part? Floyd knows it, which is why he's fired up.
And let me tell you one more thing, man, Max. Seriously. If I could take a prime Terence Crawford, this is how much I believe in this kid, and a prime Floyd Mayweather, with all the tools that Terence Crawford has, I will pick Terence Crawford to beat a prime Mayweather.
Just when Floyd probably thought the drama was settling, Max Kellerman and Tim Bradley fanned the flames. They debated Mayweather versus Crawford like it was a Supreme Court case, and Bradley didn't just share his view. He declared it, saying, I'm taking Crawford over prime Floyd, like he was casually ordering lunch.
Crawford, I disagree with that because I think Floyd at his best. Because I think Floyd at his best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter, but in those kind of matchups, I think defense usually beats the offense.
I don't, because Terence Crawford got more to bring. He got more to bring to the...
Max tried countering with the defense beats offense argument, but we both know Bud isn't just offense, he's the complete package. It's like debating if a shield can stop a tank. It looks strong until the tank moves. And hearing Bradley speak so confidently made me take notice. When a decorated fighter says Crawford can crack Floyd's code, you listen.
Terence Crawford is also a master at distance. Terence Crawford has punching power to hurt Floyd Mayweather. We saw that in the Zab Judah fight now.
Yeah, Shane too. Shane hurt him with the right hand.
Here's the kicker. This wasn't just some flashy hot take for clicks. Bradley looked completely serious, clearly seeing in Bud's game proof that it's real, not hype. Max, meanwhile, held onto Floyd's legacy like it was the last lifeboat on the Titanic. And that's exactly why we love debates like this. You and I get front row seats to legends clashing over other legends.
Floyd fights Shane in his prime. Do you think he fought him in his prime?
No.
Exactly.
And Zab wasn't quite a Shane-level fighter. That's true. Listen, it'd be a great match. It'd be a great matchup, no doubt. What you said about the other fighters who are avoiding him, those fighters are with Heyman in the PBC. But when you listen, and obviously you're not in a rush to throw your guy in with Terence Crawford if you can make money other ways at 100.
And just when Max and Bradley had us bouncing between takes, Shane Mosley dropped a bomb, saying Floyd's power at 154 felt on par with Canelo's. Now hold up. Floyd isn't known for sending guys flying. He's known for making top fighters look amateurish. So if Sugar Shane says that, it shows Floyd's punches hit harder than most admit. But here's the thing. Crawford isn't walking into this blind.
I thought Floyd, his power was really good. His power was actually around, it was the same speed and power as Canelo when I fought Canelo at 154. Floyd is, Floyd's strong and he has good power, speed.
Bud thrives on calculated risks, pushing forward and probing defenses until he spots a weakness. That's what makes this matchup so intense. Floyd's shoulder roll isn't just a move, it's a system designed to wear you down. But Crawford isn't the type to fold after missing a few counters. He adapts, switches stance, and baited right back. This fight isn't just IQ versus IQ, it's pride versus patience. One man protecting his perfect record, the other proving he's the one who could crack it.
He's a type that he wants to get in there and try and knock you out. Those guys are at the same age and say whatever. If Crawford did the same thing, would that fight go to distance? That's a question we have to ask. Would it go to distance? Or would Crawford have stopped Floyd in that situation?
If it ever happened, every jab, every subtle move, every adjustment would feel like watching history live. Mosley got me thinking, okay, fair point, but then Jim Lampley steps in like the professor of boxing and drops a full lecture. And we both know he's not just talking, he's saying, forget fantasy fights, let's focus on evolution, is right. Floyd versus Crawford is a debate, not a fight we'll see. But it's thrilling because it makes us ask, do you trust perfect defense or unstoppable adaptability?
Mayweather's an all-time great. Terence Crawford, I think, will turn out to be an all-time great. So it's a very hard fight to pick, and I think it would depend on at what moment in Mayweather's career and at what moment in Crawford's career.
What I love is Lampley isn't just defending Floyd or hyping Crawford. He's teaching us how fighters evolve, how confidence grows, how one trainer, one night, or one spark can change everything. We can debate Crawford's counters versus Floyd's shoulder roll all day, but Lampley's point is clear. Boxing isn't frozen, it's not a video game with locked stats. These fighters adapt. And that's why playing fantasy matchmaker is risky. Still, admit it, if Crawford ever landed that switch stance setup on Floyd's shoulder roll, you'd be jumping off your couch like a jump scare in a horror movie.
So I wouldn't want to pick that fight until I saw at what moment in their careers such a thing would take place. It's always dangerous to pick utterly hypothetical fights that are never going to take place except somewhere in.
And just when Lampley had us in deep thought, Carmel Martin steps in and drops it like a mic. Floyd's always the GOAT. No debate, no hesitation, just respect for the king. And yeah, we get it. Floyd's perfection deserves the salute. But Crawford? He's at the throne room door, moving in like he owns the place, and he's not knocking politely. Floyd's greatness is precision, the shoulder roll Bible, while Crawford's is controlled chaos, switching stances and breaking opponents down like a surgeon on a mission.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, nobody will ever. I feel like Floyd will always be the greatest of all time. Things have to really line up just so perfectly to be able to do what Floyd did and be all those world champions back to back. So, it's really hard to say that Floyd's not the greatest.
When Martin calls Floyd untouchable, I hear him and respect it, but I also see Bud lurking in the shadows. Like, sure, great story, but what if Crawford cracks the shoulder roll in 2025? That's the debate that keeps fans up at night, us included, imagining Bud versus the untouchable Floyd. And it's not just skill, it's mindset. Crawford's hunger versus Floyd's legacy. That obsession, that drive to shake history, can't be faked. Every punch, every feint, every jab would be a chess move with fireworks attached.
A lot of comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terence and Floyd. And I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Who would win that fight?
Floyd.
Floyd would win that
Yes,
fight.
sir. I love you, Terence.
Always figures it out.
Yeah, he's
a chess master.
Yeah, his IQ and
But
that
the
shit
funny
is
thing
crazy.
about it is Terence has been the only other guy that people can say he always.
Just when I thought we'd settled into the Floyd versus Crawford mental chess game, Greg Hackett steps in and drops the Canelo bomb, claiming Bud is on another level compared to Floyd. And honestly, you can't just brush that off. Hackett breaks it down perfectly. It's not only about who's faster, slicker, or can shoulder roll in their sleep. It's about timing, power, and controlling your opponent. Canelo saw it up close. Bud moved like a surgeon with a mission, catching shots, countering, and even letting Canelo think he had an opening before flipping it on him. Floyd was lightning fast and untouchable, no question, but Bud made it clear Canelo could have done more. Not completely lost, but that subtle distinction is savage.
Almost 70 fights in current time. With all those big camps he's been doing and all that, trust me, it's on wear and tear there. I'm not making excuses for Canelo. I'm just saying, I do give Bud his credit though for beating Canelo, and Canelo understands I am a better fighter today than I was back then. But that's hard to say because Floyd, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Bud took maybe 20% of what Floyd did and added that to his repertoire.
And let's be real, Hackett nails it with the accomplishments angle. Crawford's now a 3-division undisputed king, stacking belts like Tetris, while Floyd's legendary aura still hangs over every fight. You respect both, but they hit differently. What Hackett highlights is exactly what fans have been dying to debate. Bud didn't just survive against Canelo, he imposed himself, made him think, made him hesitate. Floyd had speed, skill, and that untouchable aura, but Bud's got the hands, the IQ, and the guts to challenge history itself. If Canelo's saying it and Hackett's breaking down why, you have to sit up and take notes. This isn't just talk, it's a blueprint for a debate that'll keep boxing fans fired up for years.
When Canelo fought Floyd, Canelo was in middle school. He wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? Floyd by that time was already a Harvard graduate, you know what I'm saying? With Crawford, I felt like he maybe was saying, damn, I could have, if I would have threw this, or if I would have did that. So, I don't know, man. That's a tough discussion, to be honest, but I like what Bud Crawford did last night.
After Hackett broke down Canelo's take, Eddie Hearn jumped in, part proud promoter, part straight shooting fan. He admitted he thought Canelo might pull it off, then had to eat his words watching Crawford dominate the ring. Tough for Canelo, but thrilling to see Bud finally get his moment. Hearn kept it real. Crawford looked clinical, controlled the fight, and his resume now matches the hype. But he also warned, this is a new Crawford era. He'll want big money, and only certain fights will pull him off the throne. We both know once a guy becomes undisputed in 3 divisions, he chooses his moments, not the other way around.
It was an amazing performance by Terence Crawford. Yeah, I'm gutted for Canelo, but I'm actually pleased that Crawford is getting the opportunity to show how great he is, because his resume hasn't really allowed that. Don't get me wrong, he's got some good wins, but he could have beaten so many more of the elite guys from his era. And now that was a big win for him. He's 38 years old. And that, to do that at that stage was very...
Then Eddie throws the matchmaker's dream straight at us. Crawford versus Jaron Ennis. He called it one of the best fights in American boxing, saying, Boots is a real test, not a name to overlook. That's the kind of matchup that could cement Bud as all-time great or give us the most electric story in years. And Eddie's right, if you want history, the purse has to match the risk. We all want it, and honestly, I'd pay to watch 5 rounds of that chess match turn into a street fight. It's the fight that could either elevate Crawford even higher or leave the boxing world speechless.
Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford.
All right, crew, let's wrap it up. Bottom line, Terence Crawford just changed the boxing conversation. Floyd Mayweather's legacy remains untouchable, no doubt, but Bud showed a new level of timing, IQ, and adaptability. He didn't just survive Canelo, he dominated, setting a new standard for every matchup. Crawford versus Jaron Ennis could either cement him as an all-time great or give us one of the most thrilling fights in years. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Could Crawford have beaten Prime Floyd? Would the Ennis fight be the ultimate test or just another stepping stone? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters for all the hottest breakdowns and debates.